All right, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna be changing out the exhaust on my wife's Jeep. This thing's pretty sick. It's open and it's an over the back axle dump. So it's gonna sound way better and it's gonna be way louder, probably a little bit more aggressive. So it's a total of 3 clamps, one here and here after the resonator muffler. And then you have the round one with the flared tip at the end. So it lines up perfectly with everything underneath. There's the flared / rounded, and then down there is where the exhaust is going to be, right after this one. So if you're looking at the exhaust from the back, this is going to be on the driver's side, right where the first clamp is going to be. So this bolt right here is going to be a 15, and you're going to need a long socket for this as well. I am putting this on my impact because it is a little rusty. So this one has hangers on either side on the muffler itself. So it's going to be in this area on either side of the muffler. We're going to use a little bit of WD-40 on the hangers themselves and see if it slips right out. All right, so got the exhaust off, and there is where the hanger is, right up here. And if you know how exhaust hangers are, they're not the most fun to get off. So there's the other one. If you do this, WD-40 does help a lot, especially if you soak it like a couple minutes before. It's going to slip right out. Of course, this is still going to be a lot harder, so try that out. So I totally forgot. I'm only going to be using the left side. So I don't need the right side hanger, which means I get to cut it off. Ta-da. So as you can see, there's the OEM muffler. It's massive. It doesn't weigh that much, which is surprising. But compared to what we're getting next, or even what the resonator is going to look like, that's it so far. So that's the back half. We still have the mid pipe, basically, what we need to do. So we're going to pull that out next. So again, when you use some WD-40 on the hangers, it just helps a lot with lubing up the rubber piece and getting the hangers out themselves. It works way better than just trying to shove them out dry. This side, I think it'll be easier if I take out the clamp on this side and it doesn't have a bolt. So what better tool than a hammer? That didn't work. So if you are taking the bolt that comes out from the front of the mid pipe right before the headers, it's going to be a 13 millimeter. So to give you guys a visual, this is the flanged coupling where it's like bulged out a little bit on your mid shaft. There's to the front of the Jeep. There's your transfer case. And this way is where the other hanger is on this side. So now that we have the front section off, now I'm going to try to remove the rear from the hanger. So here is the OEM versus what RedRock resonator or muffler, whatever it is, comparatively. So here's the old pipe. Now I'll be putting in the new one. So I wanted to mention this on the RedRock exhaust. So very nice bends all the way through. And then look at the OEM one, how choked up it gets right at the end. So there wasn't any airflow, any sound coming through, especially with this large of a muffler. So we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to be doing the clamping of the resonator. I'm going to put that on first before I put anything else, just so it's not a pain to try to hold this up. And I'm trying to clamp it underneath the Jeep while I'm upside down. So I figured I might as well do it here. So what I noticed about this system is this pipe can slide all the way through the resonator. There's no stopper on this. There's no measurement to kind of see where it should stop. So on either one of these clamps, I'm just going to tighten it down just a little bit, just enough so I can get it underneath, and I'm not going to tighten it all the way down. That way when I get underneath and I get everything set under and I'm finalizing everything, then I can torque them down and tighten them up as much as possible. And then after, I'm going to check for exhaust leaks as well. On the front of the mid pipe, there was that flanged C-clamp that went on. So the one that went on the exhaust that goes on the resonator, that one's a 15. Going back to this one, just like the old OEM one, this is a 13 size bolt. Looking at the back of the Jeep, where the over the axle goes, just reversing the process, where here's the resonator. You're going to be slipping the hanger back onto the rubber mount, and then going back and slipping it back over that rubber mount as well. So if you guys get caught up, it goes over the rear stabilizer bar in the front, not under it. So if you're having trouble trying to fit it up to the very rear hanger mount, it goes up and over the rear stabilizer bar, just how the OEM exhaust went. All right, to give you guys one last look at how the exhaust goes, that's how it looks. All the way back. And now let's see how this sounds. To be honest with you guys, I did not get a before video on how this Jeep sounded. There is plenty of videos on a 3.6 liter Jeep on YouTube of how it sounds stock. There's plenty of them. It does not sound that good. They're super quiet. But this is the RedRock exhaust system on this one. So let's see how it sounds. are back from the test drive, and it sounds awesome. It sounds way more aggressive, way deeper tune, and it's not overly obnoxious either. Since it's my wife's daily driver, I didn't want to go over the top with it, and this was just the perfect note for it. So on the next video, I'm going to be installing probably the front inner fenders, and hopefully I'm going to get some stainless steel braided brake lines as well to address that mushy brake issue that's been going on forever. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Please like, subscribe, and again, comment what you guys think.